Hey, good morning. Welcome to day 17 of my 21-day Mastering My Money Mindset Challenge. So, today we have an interesting subject. Today we are talking about financial enabling. And it's really interesting because I'm sure I can guarantee you right now that if you're not doing this, you either know people in your sphere of influence are doing it because it seems like an epidemic today of what is going on in terms of financial enabling. So, financial enabling is when children are really taking advantage of their parents' money financially. And so, and it's a two-part thing on both sides, right? So, like the parent who doesn't know how to say no to their child financially is codependent. That's a codependent thing. It's not a parent's role is to set your children straight and on the road to be able to be an independent being. And if you are enabling your children financially and it's inappropriate and you're not helping them, you're actually crippling them, right? So I actually had a friend of mine who was in her 40s, and her father, was a very well-paid lawyer and made a ton of money, but really wanted to retire. And the mother kept making comments to the two children, like, you guys really gotta step it up because daddy wants to retire, but he can't afford to because of your credit card bills. Well, that's like completely inappropriate. The mothers, they should just cancel the credit cards. The child, your children are grown, they're in their 40s. They should be paying their own credit card bill. It's completely, completely enabling. It's ridiculous. It's crippling. You're not helping them. And so, so what happens when you're financially enabling? Well, one, you the person who is enabling typically has a problem saying no. So their child is asking for money and they just, they say no. I'm sorry, they can't say no, so they give it anyway. They have no boundaries. Or the child, asks for the money, but there's actually no clear plan on how or when they're going to pay it back. And, and then after a while, you can start to get resentful. But the problem is you've created your own problem. Like you want to blame the child, but the problem is that you were the one who started the problem initially because you didn't have the ability to say no. So financial enabling it's very dysfunctional. You are setting your children up for failure because they're not learning how to stand on their own 2 feet. If you're constantly having to feed them money, then that's a problem. And you're not doing your job, right? Because your job is your job is to set your children on the path to be independent emotionally, physically, financially, whatever. That's a parental role, is to sculpt the child to be able to thrive when you are no longer here, because there will come a day when mom and dad aren't there, right? So financial enabling. So look in the mirror. This exercise is look in the mirror and ask in any way, shape, or form, is someone enabling you? Is a spouse enabling you and you're not stepping up and, kind of owning your piece of the financial financial responsibilities in your marriage? Are you being enabled by your parents? Are your parents giving you money because you overspend and you need, to pay your credit card bill, things like that? Are you enabling your children? So today's just a real hard look at any kind of financial enabling behaviors, whether you're on the receiving end of it, someone's enabling you, or if you're enabling someone else. Either way, both scenarios are bad because you're codependent. You're in codependent relationships. And if you're doing it from your parents, you're being a burden to them, and that's inappropriate. You're an adult. And if you're doing it to your child, that's inappropriate too, because you're not setting themselves up for the future. You've got to teach them how to stand on their own 2 feet financially. So get out your pen and paper, get out your laptop, start typing away, and get really raw and real about whether or not you have any kind of financial enabling going on in your family dynamic. And as an adult, it's your responsibility to, when you acknowledge it, then figure out how to fix it. How are you going to stop this pattern? Because it's dysfunctional. It is an unhealthy relationship with money. It's not being a good role model to your children, and it's not fair to whoever you may be, who may be enabling you to do that, because that's not fair either, right? We're all adults. We take care of ourselves. We stand on our own 2 feet. So have a great day, and I look forward to day 18 coming tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.